So guys, you know what? I tried doing this live a couple of minutes ago. 5 minutes passed by. There was nobody online. So today I am doing the very first thing ever. I have been on Facebook for 11 years. Wow, that's a lot of time. And I have my business page on Facebook for I think about 5 years. And I haven't really used that, but recently I decided to come back to square one to grow my business page. And I am doing this video for the first time ever. I've done a couple of videos on my regular Facebook, but today I am doing this video on my Facebook page. Where are you guys? Are you coming to watch? That's okay. If you don't watch now, if you don't join live now, hopefully when I post this, you will know that I do live sometimes, right? I do live sometimes on YouTube as well. So at this time, there is nobody. I cannot see anybody on my Facebook page. But eventually, if you come back, if you come to watch this video, if you ever come across this video, do me a favor, please, and click on that like button. When you when you click on the like button, you will not miss my videos. You will not miss anything I post on this channel, right? Our Facebook page. If you're watching this from YouTube, sometime someday I will learn how to share this on my YouTube so that I'll get multiple people at the same time on this platform. If you're watching from YouTube, please, click on the subscribe button. I see somebody here watching. Please let me know that you are here. Like I said, I'm doing this for the first time. Yes, say something. I'm just typing, say something. Yeah, please shout me out. Let me know that you're here, okay? So like I said, this first thing, there's always a first time. I'm doing this first time. I'm trying to grow my business page on my Facebook. So guys, I see somebody, I don't know if she knows how to say hello or hi. The right place to press the button. Anyway, here, guys, so I watched the video today on Facebook. Sometimes I love to do reaction videos, right? So it's something that has been on my mind, but when I saw that video today, I decided to weigh in and say my own thoughts about marriage and marrying who you love and who you want to marry. So many people believe that you have to marry somebody of the same culture, of the same color, of the same caliber to have your marriage working. A couple of weeks ago, I did a video on my YouTube with my husband, and I also shared that on my Facebook. So why am I really doing this? Like I said, it's kind of reaction video plus everything that goes on in life. Very often people make a whole lot of mistake by saying, oh, I'm not going to marry this person because we don't speak the same language, we're not from the same culture. When I say something like that, I am hypothetically referring to being Nigerian, right? Some people, Igbo people will say, oh, she's Yoruba. I don't want to marry Yoruba. Oh, why are you dating a Yoruba person? That. They start giving excuses. The other person will come and say, oh, you're dating a white man. Why in the world are you dating a white man? Does it mean that all the black people are finished? Or what are you doing with a white man? Guys. Or maybe you were dating somebody, your uncle, your auntie, your daddy, or your mommy will come and tell you, oh, you know that it's not in our tradition to marry somebody that is not from Igbo, or somebody that is Yoruba, or somebody that is this. There is always excuses being given as to who to marry. At the end of the day, let me tell you something. It's not your mother or your father that is going to be with that your life partner. For example, my parents are deceased. My mother is dead. My father is dead. So let's take, for example, that when I was dating my husband, that they didn't want me to marry him. At this time, they are dead. Nobody is going to go to the grave with one another. You're not going to marry somebody for your parents to live with. You must have to learn to follow your heart. Go to where your heart belongs. And people will come and tell you, the culture thing is very big. We don't do this in our culture. We don't do that in our culture. Who makes the culture? The culture is made and written, even though they didn't write it out. Somebody came up with the culture and tell you that it has to be this way, and everybody follows that culture. It's not about culture, my darling. Marriage should be about communication. Communication does not mean, okay, this kid's school fees is $1, is $5. Communication goes a long way with who makes you laugh. Do you guys share the same ideas? Do you guys share the same values? Do you guys understand one another? Do you guys gossip together? Because my husband is my gossip mate. You must have to learn how to communicate. Communication, like I said, it's not, go take bread, me there. Buy bread when you're coming back. Hey, buy chicken when you're coming. I don't mean that kind of communication. Communication is where you guys will communicate and see yourself like in the next 5 years. What are we gonna do? In the next 5 years, what is this relationship going to turn into? In the next 10 years, when the kids grow and go out of the house, how are we going to manage together? Everything simultaneously, they have to bind together as what you call communication. You're gonna communicate your finance. You're making 10,000 this year or this month. By next month, if we do this way, we can bump up our income together. All these things goes a long way as communication. There are so many ways you can even communicate about your feelings about one another. There are people who don't communicate how they feel about one another. So communication is very vast, it's very big. So instead of marrying tradition and culture, I suggest that you look for somebody that you guys have or share common values and common belief, because you might marry somebody that is Igbo, but you guys have a lot of things that you don't have in common. At the end of the day, is what is going to bind you together. That is what you're looking for. So if you're Yoruba and you marry a white person, the white person doesn't understand your tradition and your culture, but it's about belief. If you make him to believe in those things, maybe it's gonna work out for you guys. You might marry the same Yoruba person and you guys will always disagree on that tradition and culture and stuff like that. So why am I saying these things? Stop marrying tradition and start marrying feelings. Yes, you need to figure out how to marry a feeling. How does this person feel about me? How do I feel about this person? This will make you guys understand one another better. Think about moral values. Discipline yourself. Learn together, grow together. Some of the people, let me tell you something. When your parents that is pushing you to marry a tradition, when they die, or when you die, you don't go to the grave with your parents and your parents will not take you along. At the end of the day, whether they believe in your marriage or not, but what is most important is for you to be able to convince them that you are happy where you are. I'm not saying that you have to go and dispute what your parents said or what they feel or think about your significant other. It is your duty and your job to lay down the rules on the table and tell your parents or your aunties or your uncles to come along with you, to believe in you, that you are looking for something that will make you better tomorrow or the next day or the next year. So marriage should not have anything to do with culture. Forget about the culture. Start thinking about your own feelings. Start thinking about where you are going to be in the next 5-10 years. Work things out with your significant other. So many women, as much as marriage is very big for most African girls, so many people are wasting because their parents, their culture does not agree with this person's culture, and they really want to get married, and those things are keeping them behind from being married. It should not be like that. Find your heart, follow your heart, find somebody that you can communicate with. Without communication, there will be no love. Did you hear me? Without communication, there will be no love. Love is very big. Some people think that once you tell somebody, oh, I love you, things is okay. I love you, and you move on. No, you got to build that love and that trust. So, and culture does not get you to love. There are two Igbo people who are married, and they're cat and mouse, and they have the same culture. Culture is so different from belief. You can have the same culture, but you don't have the same belief. But you might not have culture, but you will have the same belief. So work on your belief. What do you believe in? Work on yourself and your significant other for two of you to have a common ground, because you might still be Igbo, married to Igbo, but every day you guys are fighting. If you don't go to Babalawo for this one, this person will get the brothers, like the girl. I have seen a place where the wife got her own brothers to beat up her husband. Hello. And at the end of the day, they're telling me, oh, I married her because we speak the same language, we are from the same culture, we have common, we from the same village. The era is changing. Don't marry for your mother or for your father. Marry for what you believe in, and marry for yourself. But yes, you can try to talk to your parents. If they want to come along with you, that's good. If they don't want to come along with you, I'm so sorry, I don't have say over there. But the key thing for this video is to marry marry where your heart goes, not about culture or tradition. There are so many cultures and traditions that needs to be abolished. That doesn't make sense. Yes, it doesn't make sense. So forget about she's Igbo, she's Hausa, she's Yoruba, she's white, she's black, she's yellow, she's blue, she's this. But personally, if you guys have a belief, I have to tell you, because at the end of the day, I have to tell you where I differ a little bit from so many people. It doesn't matter where my kids married from, but for me personally, and for them, thank God, the internet is there. They're seeing everything that is going on. They believe so much in the same religion. They don't believe in culture or tradition. Religion goes a whole long way for who your significant other is going to be. But if it's not a problem for you, if you don't see that as a problem, why not? Go ahead, do whatever you want to do. All I'm saying is that culture damages a whole lot of things, because everybody is doing it that way. You have to do it that way. Are you happy doing it? Do something that your heart accepts you to do, your mind accepts you to do. Those culture, those traditions are written and made by someone. So someone has to change it. It's not written in a stone. So guys, I will leave you guys here. Like I said, it's my first time on this page of Facebook. So let me see how this goes. After a couple of days, I'm going to have to post it on my YouTube. I am building this business page of Facebook. So guys, share the video, like the video, help me grow this page on Facebook, and help me grow my channel on YouTube. Yeah. So remember to follow me on my Instagram, okay? I will see you guys in my next video. So let me see how this video is doing.